Ladies. We are here tonight on the show, and we are here tonight on the show to talk about some wrestling. I wrote some things down, but most of the stuff I'm gonna look at. Just go over a little bit of news I want to go over. So, few stories I want to talk about. Just catch up over the news last few days because I've been covering the MLB trade deadline, the Dodger recap. Just so much MLB stuff now. I'm going to start focusing a little bit more on the wrestling. But I've done recap on Raw. If you guys haven't watched that, I'll do AEW later tonight. So yeah, but let's just get into it. WWE filed a trademark on Io Sky. Io no more. Enter Io Sky. Or IO. IO no more. Enter Io Sky. On July 31st, WWE filed to trademark the name of Io Sky, the new name for Io Shirai for entertainment services. And so, she made her main roster debut by joining Bayley and Dakota Kai at SummerSlam 2022. She also had her first match as a member of the Monday Night Raw roster. Excuse me, I'm a professional. She had her first match as a member of the Monday Night Raw roster on August 1 against Bianca Belair. Apparently, Dakota Kai on her return, he was a last minute. She wanted to work with Bayley for a while. So that was the last minute. She was going to come back. So Bayley pitched the idea to Vince McMahon. He declined it, obviously. Triple H obviously wanted this. Got Dakota Kai back. He was trying on the main roster with Bayley. It's going to be a good trio right there. So but anyways, they filed a trademark on Io Sky. Name's fine to me. I mean, I really don't care about the name. Name changes are going to happen to WWE. It's just how it is now. Gunther, he said he wanted to wrestle John Cena and anyone else considered elite. So Gunther, he wants to restore the Intercontinental Championship prestige. Gunther, formerly Walter, is currently thriving on the SmackDown roster as the Intercontinental Champion. At one point, Gunther was opposed to moving to the United States, but now he has embraced the change and tells Sports Illustrated that he's looking forward to enhancing his career in the next phase. Living in America was never something I pursued, Gunther says. I really like the way of life in Europe, but in the back of my head I knew it was time to move to the next big step in wrestling. In order to do that, you need to be in the United States, and the timing was right for me over the past year. So the change from Walter to Gunther is part of the process in this business. Look at wrestlers in each top. They almost went through some changes. I am confident in what I do in the ring and what I give and what I kind of expected I'm confident what I do in the ring, and I kind of expected the name change. There's no reason for the uproar Gunther gives. Same vibes that Walter did. When I walk to the ring, there's a certain atmosphere. That's what I represent. It's still me. As for who he wants to fight moving forward, he's thinking about John Cena and anyone else, and everyone else is elite. I'm going to give this title the prestige it needs and make it the greatest prize in wrestling, Gunther says. I would like to wrestle John Cena and anyone else who's considered elite. I didn't come here to be mediocre. I came here to be in the ring with the best. I'm just getting started. I'm very excited for this journey. Obviously, you can see him on every night, on Friday night, on the main roster. So he wants to wrestle John Cena or anyone that's considered elite. He wants to make that title big. He wants to make it a big thing with the mid-card title, like they're doing on Raw with the United States title now. I think they're going to do the same thing on SmackDown. Build up those mid-card titles. Right, next thing I'm talking about is Butch. He described the backstage atmosphere that'd be SmackDown the day of Vince McMahon retiring. So on July 22nd, it was obviously we knew it was announced. Vince McMahon announced he'd be retiring as CEO of the WWE. The news came out around 4 p.m. Eastern Time when SmackDown was set to go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Butch was backstage at SmackDown. Butch was backstage at SmackDown. He described the atmosphere to Stephanie Chase of Digital Spy. To be honest, up till now, it all felt strangely normal. Even the day when we were at SmackDown, we got notified that Vince had retired. Obviously, there's that second of people looking around like, Did you see that? Can you believe that this happened? But then after that, everyone's so focused on the job that that's at hand. It kind of feels strangely normal, but exciting at the same time. So he's basically saying the roster's a lot more optimistic, a lot more happy when Vince McMahon retired. They're feeling a lot more optimistic. They're feeling happy, more happy backstage. Triple H was named head of creative in wake of Vince McMahon's retirement. Butch, who had success in NXT and NXT UK under the name Pete Dunne, is excited once again to be working with the man who first helped him during his WWE career. I credit him for getting me to where I am. To be honest, I think people forget that when the UK tournament happened, the participants hadn't really had much exposure. The UK tournament was really just taking a bunch of talent and just trusting in us to go out there and have 3-4 matches in one weekend on the WWE Network. They just put full trust in us, and it springboarded us to where we are now, where I can provide for my family. I'm living out of Florida. It's a completely different lifestyle than I ever would have had the likes of him. Had about the likes of him, William Regal, people like that. They just trust in the talent. So to be able to work with Paul Levesque, Triple H, again, it's going to be incredible. I'm excited for what the future holds. Said Butch, Pete Dunne. Butch continued discussing the transition from Vince McMahon to Triple H and what it was like under Triple H previously. One thing everyone will say about Paul Levesque is he's extremely approachable, and he's excited to put out the best content we possibly can. That's what NXT was all about. Butch said going into it, we would be saying if we were paired with WrestleMania, SummerSlam, or Royal Rumble, we want to make sure that this was the best show of the week, and he had the same vision. This same as us who were out there competing, so I'm sure he's going to transition over just fine from what we've seen already just off the back of the shows last night, Raw, and on Saturday, SummerSlam. There's already an excitement around it, he continued. Just watching those shows, they feel slightly different as a fan. I'm excited to see what the future holds, and obviously as a performer, it's the same. So, basically, Butch is basically excited for Triple H about what the future holds after the shows at SummerSlam on Monday Night Raw. So, I'm excited too. So he described the backstage atmosphere at SmackDown with Dave Vince's retirement, and basically talking about how excited he is to work again under Triple H. We have some news on the NXT ratings. The viewership rises again on August 2nd. It records the highest demo number in a month. It drew 649,000 viewers. The number is up from 600,000 viewers. The show drew on July 26th. This continues a 4-week trend of NXT's viewership number rising. The demo ratings is 0.15 in 1849. It's up from last week, was a 0.3. It's the highest demo the show's dropped since June 21. It ranked number 7 on the day for cable. Let's get news there. NXT ratings going up, ladies and gentlemen. NXT going up. WWE selling John Cena Legacy Championships for $999.99. I beg you, pardon? Yes, WWE selling John Cena Legacy Championship to celebrate his 20th anniversary. The John Cena Legacy Championship is now on sale. At the end of June, WWE unveiled the new John Cena Legacy Championship. It's over his 20-year anniversary. The title is now on sale at the WWE shop for $999.99. Jesus Christ. And fans can obviously order the belt. So, that's crazy. That $999. I don't know how many people are going to pay for that. I mean, I think a lot of people will because it's the John Cena Legacy Championship, for fuck's sake. But $999? Oof. Let's see if I can find some more news. Daniel Garcia, he thinks Triple H leading WWE Creative will give indie wrestlers opportunities. So, obviously, you know Triple H, back when he ran NXT, Black and Gold, he would get some, independent wrestlers. They would get some independent wrestlers. Obviously, with Vince McMahon and Bruce Prichard, they didn't do that. But now Triple H is back in charge, I can easily see Triple H going to try and get some independent wrestlers. So he made some comments on Triple H new role. So yeah, more news. Anthony Bowens, he applies to trademark 5 to a player. So it's a new trademark. He's with the Acclaim from the Max Caster. So yeah, more news. Uh, Bryan Danielson told WWE that Royal Rumble 2015 spot was a bad idea. He also praised Roman Reigns in this, but he told WWE it was a bad spot. It really was. Having to get eliminated that early, and the fans basically chanting Daniel Bryan the whole match. We all said. So about some more news. Yo, there'll be 15 minutes. More news. WWE announces WrestleMania 39 launch party will be held on August 11th. I think JoJo C was going to be there, Snoop Dogg, which tells you Sasha's probably coming back. Snoop Dogg wouldn't be on there if Sasha wasn't coming back. So, yeah. See if I find some more news. Pat McAfee says he's tested by WWE Wellness. He answered whether he would take steroids. I mean, I don't know why they get tested for that, because I don't think Pat McAfee would do that. But he answered like whether he would take them. So I'm gonna read this article right quick. He's basically saying he wouldn't. Like Pat McAfee's basically saying he wouldn't. So yeah, Becky Lynch. There was a tweet from WWE on Fox, like, who's like a bare double champion, Roman Reigns or Becky Lynch? Becky Lynch is basically poking fun at Roman Reigns. She said she held the 2 titles better because she showed up to work, which that was funny. Some good banter right there. WWE Raw on 8/1/22. It drew their highest viewership in more than 2 years. It was 2.230 million viewers. Change under the Triple H era. 2.230 million viewers. It's up from the 1.901 million viewers. It's the highest the viewership as Raw has drawn since March 16, 2020. The first episode during the COVID pandemic. It scored a 0.61 rating in the 18 to 49 demographic. This is the first episode under the complete creative control under Triple H following the retirement of Vince McMahon. Just big numbers across the board for WWE Raw. Just big numbers under the Triple H, the new regime for Triple H. AEW trademarks All Elite Women, so yeah, more news. Johnny Gargano said Shawn Michaels and Triple H are like his wrestling dads because he's in NXT for a while. Dutch Mantell, former Zabe Coach, he recalled being fired by Triple H in 2013, or being hired by Triple H in 2013. He thinks he'll make a big difference in creative. More news. Ryan, thank you, buddy. Did we even mention Blake Snell? Came out of the gate 99. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, no walks, 9 strikeouts. WWE named a new senior vice president that had a global sales and partnerships. So that was interesting. Like there was a point in the game where you're like, bro, let's go. Sasha Banks and Naomi are supposedly coming back soon. Triple H got them to come back. They worked out an agreement. One of his best outings of the season. Good. It was really good. Road Dogg said, we never thought NXT was competing with AEW. We looked at NXT as developmental. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a few days ago he was begging with AEW for like a job or some shit. So, yeah. But that's all to say for this wrestling news, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just basically catching up over the news over the last few days. So until next time, I thank you for watching.